Third Coast Nerds, live from Comicpalooza. Live from Comicpalooza at Saturday night.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
It's great.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of people walking by. Not as many as earlier. I think they're all in the movies and the cosplay competition and all that right now. So
yeah, the traffic's died down quite a bit, and we're joined by artists.
Yeah, we have people with talent at the table for once.
Yeah. In the position where Kyle will normally sit, we actually have people that can do things.
Right? Yeah.
Present company excluded.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding.
I think before long, each of us are going to have something that you've created in our house.
I'm positive of that. And actually, I just told my friend earlier. I said I think that all of my friends' houses are going to be decked out with my stuff.
Yeah.
Is that a weird experience? Is that a weird experience going to people's houses and seeing your work there?
No, it's actually it's flattering.
Yeah.
Or is it
it's really
is it
nice.
awkward when you go to their house and you don't see your work there?
You don't like my stuff, obviously, because you don't have it in your
I've
house.
actually given something as a gift to somebody, and they were less than enthusiastic about it. So I was kind of like, okay. But it wasn't my favorite thing either, so I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
One of the
happens.
first ones you did when you were playing around?
Actually, no, it was like a year ago, and it was a baby shower. So I did one for her baby and for the room, and she never really gave me any kind of hint as to what she was doing in the room.
Yeah.
So I didn't have anything to go
To
by.
go off of, yeah.
So I just did something I thought she would like, and yeah,
Not so much.
She didn't like it?
It wasn't a big hit at the party, and nobody.
Ah.
It was like, yeah.
Well, I know
that.
my friend Corey is very, very happy with his Deadpool he got from you at Space City Comic Con.
Well, I know your brother Kyle is very happy with his Stargate.
Yeah, we get to see it every podcast. It's in the
Yeah.
geek room.
Oh, cool.
So,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
behind.
Well, see, that
It's
makes me
behind my
feel
head.
better.
So
Yeah, you don't get to see
I
it,
don't
but
see it.
you don't like TV or movies.
So do I actually get introduced yet
Huh?
or not?
What do you want to do?
What's that?
I said, do I actually get introduced yet or not?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna sit here and talk, and people are like, "Who's
Do you want to
that
introduce
chick?"
yourself?
Okay, I guess. So, okay. I don't know how to do that.
You start
I
with your
forgot my name.
My name is no, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm Mary Beth Von Dolan, and I do MB's custom design. So I do the custom painted glass pieces, and yeah, I think almost every single one of my friends has at least one piece in their house.
Oh, I will if it's still available this weekend.
It is.
But
I've
I'm
had
hoping
several
it's
people
not.
look at it.
Because
I've
then
had
you got to
several
make me
people look
my
at it.
own custom one just for me.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, it'll be more special.
Sure. I'll make it special.
Oh. And you, who are you representing? I guess yourself.
Yes, I'm Courtney Smith. I work for, or I have my business is Megacrylic Paints. I just started painting in December, so I paint custom pieces as well as canvases. So all my stuff is like hand painted. I don't use any sketches or tracing, and it's all original. So I sell my originals and I don't do prints. So
Oh, no
everything
prints
is
at
one
all.
of
Wow.
a kind. Yes.
You don't see a lot of that here anymore.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
No.
you're
Yeah, a
all
lot of
original. You
people-
can't make a copy
Yeah,
of
I
yours.
can't make copies,
Like,
so I'm like,
no one
okay.
has an overhead projector anymore.
Yeah, so when people get so mad and they come by and they're like, "Oh my God, you sell that for that?" I'm like, "Well, would you rather spend $20 on a print
On a
that
picture of it?
everybody has,
Yeah.
or do you want to spend $20 on a custom piece that is yours and no one else has anything like it?" Because I don't.
Exactly.
I typically don't do the same thing twice. If
Yeah.
I do, it always ends up different.
One of a kind.
It
Yeah.
never turns out the same. So you don't get the same thing over and over again. It's not a replication. So.
Yeah, I can
Unless
see
you're
that.
when you're mass printing stuff, everyone has the exact same picture. Whenever you do a custom piece or a paint or anything like that, like she does the glass, I do the canvas. Even if I tried my hardest to do the exact same Deadpool or the exact same
it never turns out the
Stormtrooper
same.
or anything, it's never going to be the same. There's always going to be something different.
Your strokes
Yeah.
are going to be different, and not to mention she has a really badass freaking like R2D2 that I love.
That was
I haven't
actually my
seen your
fir-
booth yet. I met you yesterday at
Yes,
Derek's
you-
booth
you need to
when
come
I
check
was
me
with
out.
him helping
I'm
him
at-
out.
You've
Yeah.
been to my booth like 5 times. She's
I'm
right
right
next
beside
to me.
it.
But the side of her booth that I see are the
dice,
D20
the dice,
earrings.
yeah.
And so
Yeah,
I will
classy
stop
K.
by tomorrow and
Please
get some
do,
pictures and
please
check
do.
it out.
Yeah,
So.
I'm booth 22.
She got some really cool stuff.
1-8 at Comicpalooza. Yeah, I've got my first piece actually was the R2D2. I started painting in December.
And this is her very first convention
yes, my
like
very
ever.
Oh, wow.
first
So she
con.
decided to
yes.
start
So you
here.
popped your cherry with Comicpalooza.
Yes, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Basically.
This
No,
is the best one to do that to in
Yeah.
Houston. You get way more people, which it can be good or bad.
Well, I've known her for quite a while.
yeah.
Her family's gone to our church for a little while, so we've known each other and
Got
we've
very
become
close. Yeah.
we've become really good friends over the last couple of it's been probably a year or two,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
It was like
something
right
like
after
that.
you guys got married.
Yeah.
So.
So
Did you get her into gaming too?
I brought her up here. I brought her up here to come see it.
I do
'cause
a lot
told
of
her, I was
video
like,
games, but
hey, come check out what we do. And
Yeah.
so
I do a lot of video games. So I've never really been into board games, like a lot of it. So she's like, "Come with me, let's
That's
go
gonna
play."
change.
So
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna hopefully.
I'm gonna
try-
introduce her to Steve Jackson games. So some dice games, some quick stuff. So we're gonna
Yeah,
do
we,
that.
we
It's
know
gonna
a few
be fun.
people who represent them, so
Oh,
that
gee,
should
I
not be
wonder.
hard. Oh look.
Oh look, only one or two. Yeah.
I
So-
normally
A wily
come to
MIB
Comicpalooza,
enters the
but
frame.
just
Yeah.
Cosplay.
Oh well, I'm an
Oh,
MIB
cosplay.
too.
You're
so-
interested in that?
Yes, I did. I've done cosplay 2 times. I think the first time, I think I was a Tomb Raider at 1, and I
Yeah,
don't,
she did really good Tomb Raider last
yeah,
year.
actually, I had a lot of photos taken last year. I did the Tomb Raider, and my husband did the Deadpool. Actually, And
Nice.
one time he dressed.
You can get
up
on frame at some point
Deadpool-
if you want. It's cool. We don't mind. She's definitely prettier than you, so we would appreciate. We like her on camera, but you know.
I keep telling her she keeps walking away from her booth. I was like, people want to see you. Like
Yeah.
you're the one that's
Well,
gonna
I
sell
went
this
to see
stuff.
Norman Reedus, so I actually was in the line for Norman Reedus for like 2
2
hours.
goodness.
She's gone forever.
Yeah,
Should've
so
bought
I,
that speed
I got
pass.
I know, I so should have. But I got my picture with him. I'm super happy with it. Actually, Merle came by my booth. I ran out, like I was like freaking out. He came beside me.
And she got the cutest picture
Yes,
with him
and-
with her head,
and
with his
I
head on
literally-
top of hers.
Yes, because he's like, "Come here, little lady," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like you are my inspiration."
He knows my name. My name is now Little Lady.
I was like, "You're my inspiration." He's like, "Your inspiration for what? Are you an actress?" I was like, "No, I'm not an actress." But he's like, "Okay, so what do I inspire you to do?" I'm like, he's like, "Do I inspire you to be crazy?" I was like, "Yes." I just, whatever. I don't care. Just so happy you're right here.
Some call it inspiration. Other people just blame other people.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny because Kay right next to me, she's like, "Who was that?" I was like, "It's the blue guy from Guardians of the Galaxy." She's
Right?
like, "Oh my gosh!" So that's because we don't watch Walking Dead. I know we're probably the only people in the world that don't. But
As you can tell, I'm
That's pretty cool.
majorly into The Walking Dead. I've got a huge bite on my.
Yeah, unfortunately, it won't show up on camera, but that's a pretty gnarly looking neck
yeah.
wound.
I've had a lot
From
of
my
people
angle,
stop.
I just see a little blood dripping down. Like there we
Yeah.
go. Oh
Yeah.
wow, yeah. Either that, or that is the most hideous hickey I've seen in my entire life.
dude, Wes, seriously,
You're doing
Wes,
it
come
wrong.
on.
You're doing it wrong.
That would be him.
Yeah, that's not the way. I've actually had people stop me and ask if it was real or not, and ask me if I needed
Oh,
to
wow.
go to the hospital. I'm like, it's fake. If my neck looked like this, trust me, I would not be here.
I know one of the EMTs on duty, and I can get him here immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I've had someone. Do I need to take you to the hospital? No, yes. This is real. No, it's not real. They're like, okay, no, I understand.
So I'm very
like, do you know
familiar
who you
with
are?
your work.
Yes.
You have every nerd or geek fandom represented
I try.
at your table.
I try. It's like
What
every
about
single time.
you?
Yeah.
What is your
like
stuff
some of the
about
stuff that I
around?
have.
Yeah.
I've got a Stormtrooper. I've got a Yoda. I've got a Darth Maul. I've got an
Star
R2D2.
Wars
I see a theme.
Yeah.
Yes.
She
but
likes
I've
Star
also,
Wars.
Yes, I've also got a lot of Marvel stuff. I've got a Captain America shield. I've got Wolverine.
Is it made of vibranium?
She's got these
No.
really cool. No, she's got these really cool little canvases. They're mini canvases, and she hand paints them, and they're
Okay.
magnets.
Yeah, I made them into
Oh.
So,
magnets.
and they're really cute.
I've got Wolverine. I've got Punisher. I've got BB-8. I've got
Her BB-8's pretty badass
Deadpool. I've got a really really cool Deadpool. I've got a lot of
Do you have
unique
any
stuff.
Supernatural or Stargate items as of yet?
Not as of right now, but I can custom make it. Pretty much
Okay.
anything. You give me an idea, I'll bounce it back and forth and come up with my own design, and I'll paint it for you.
Have y'all taken any custom work yet this week?
No, actually, I haven't gotten any custom work. I've had a lot of people interested in doing stuff, but no one actually ordered anything
Yeah, same
yet.
here.
So.
Had a lot of people come by.
Door knockers.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I do have door hangers. I hand paint the door hangers.
Oh,
too,
when
and
you
they
when you
come out
said that,
pretty
for some
cool.
reason, I was thinking of door stops that said Hodor on them.
Oh, that's a good
That-
one.
that
You
would
should
sell.
do one.
That would definitely
Hold
sell.
door and do it on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. I forgot about that. That would be cool.
I have a door knocker that's I just sold
A
it
door
yesterday.
hanger.
Door hanger. Well, he said door
I
knocker.
know.
So
Now I'm
the-
thinking of an item that you hang your door on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would you want to do that? At what
Door
point do you
hanger,
take your
yeah.
door somewhere and you know what? I need to hang this up over here.
Exactly.
it's farmhouse style. Everyone's doing it now. So
Right. Yeah.
But the door hanger I have, I sold it yesterday, but it said knock, 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 penny on it. I have another one that says hello, puddin'. I honestly don't remember what my other ones
I
are.
told her she
off
needed
the top
to
of
do
my
a
head,
Doctor
but-
Who one as well that said "Don't blink" or something, or be calm and don't blink or
I'm
something
also
like that.
gonna make
That'd
one
be
that
cool.
says you shall not pass. So I thought that would be a pretty
That
cool
would be a
one,
cool door
too.
hanger too.
Yeah.
Not
You should
today
do
would
the
actually
whole
work pretty
door.
well too if you are a Miltos
Oh,
fan.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Actually, don't know who that is. That might be weird.
Sirio Fiorel from Game of Thrones. He's
Game of Thrones. Okay.
he's a favorite of all of ours
Ah,
here at the
interesting.
cons.
See,
yeah,
I
First
watch
Order Bravos.
Game of Thrones, but I don't do Walking Dead.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
you definitely should get into it. It's really awesome.
Oh, I actually
love it.
Yeah, I was excited. I
I
sold
love
my
it.
Game of Thrones piece too today, which was
I
pretty
know.
freaking
Yeah,
awesome.
I heard you made a pretty big sale actually.
Oh,
Yeah, that
oh,
was
and
actually the
she
biggest
got
one
one
I've gotten.
signed today.
Oh yeah, I got my my Boondock Saints prayer signed by 4 of the guys. You'll have to help me with names. I don't remember. Sean.
Sean Patrick Flannery.
Sean Patrick Flannery.
David Del
You're not
Rocco,
in.
Yeah.
David Del Rocco, and Clifton. Clifton Collins Jr. and then Mahoney, who
Yeah.
played Duffy.
Nice.
Yeah, David Mahoney. Yeah. So they all signed it, and
That's
Sean,
not gonna last long, huh?
Sean, well, I don't know. We'll see.
She said she's already had
I raised
someone
the
offer
price
her.
a little bit because I had to pay for those.
Yeah.
To add to it, if it doesn't sell this weekend, it's going home on my wall. So
Right.
Hey, I
Win-win
especially
is what I
love
told
it.
Don.
Sean, after he signed it, up in the corner, he put the little cross with the little circle in it. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's a cool, nice little touch. So
Uh-huh.
that's pretty nice.
Yeah,
It's kinda cool.
I'm a big fan of Boondock Saints.
It was
the
well
first
worth
one.
it. It was well worth it.
Boondock Saints 2. I don't know.
I don't know. I
I
kind of like
watched
that
it
one
just
too.
because I love the
Yeah.
actors that are in it and the storyline, but
Yeah.
the first one, it's very hard to match that one.
Yeah, the first one was really good, but there was some comedy in there in the second one that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked the fact that their dad came back and stuff.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
So my hold the doorstop comment. I have a question related to that.
Okay.
How long does it take you to conceptualize a piece based off of you're doing mass media stuff, your Marvel, all your TV shows? That was something that came on air 3 weeks ago, and you have a con now. So like, how long would it take for you to think of a design based off of your TV show or whatever media you have and actually have something ready to sell?
Well, for me, it just really depends. Like, sometimes I will.
I saw her paint a door hanger yesterday and hang it up.
Yeah, I literally.
I'm just saying.
I literally
she
was
did
just
the Hello
standing there.
Pudding one, and she did it, and then it's for sale. I was like, okay, that's kind
Nice.
of
Yeah,
cool.
well, I saw it and I was just like, I'm a really huge Harley Quinn person. I love Harley Quinn. So I was just sitting there, I was like, what could I paint on this? What could I paint? Harley Quinn. So I just painted half of it black, half of it red, blended it out a little bit and put Hello Pudding on there and I hung it on my
Nice.
Well, sometimes I would walk around and be like, oh my gosh, I got to go write this idea down. I write it down. I'll go home. I'll paint it. I'll get it done like within the hour. Sometimes 4, 5, 8 hours, 10 hours later.
Couple of days.
Couple of days, yeah. Sometimes I get them done pretty quick, and sometimes I get so frustrated with them that I've actually thrown them away. I actually threw away my BB-8 one, and I hated it. My husband said, "Don't you throw that away." I went and got it back out of the trash can, fixed it, and I have gotten more compliments on that one than most of my other pieces. So
And and let me say, she sold her first piece yesterday that she sold was the one she hated the most.
the most out of all
and
of them.
we all told her, just don't throw it away
Yeah.
because you never know who's gonna like it.
It was a
So-
little 5x7 Robin cartoon that I kind of came up with. I designed what I thought that Robin would look like. I painted it on a really small canvas and hated it, put it up there, and I have a Batman one that looks kind of similar.
Guy walked up and said, "I want that."
I want that one.
Nice.
And I'm like, I was like in utter shock. I was just standing there just with my
You're
jaw
like, are you
dropped, like,
seriously?
really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. He's like, oh, I want that too. I'm like, okay. He actually bought my knock, knock, knock Penny door hanger.
Oh, nice.
So actually,
Yeah.
his daughter's name is Penny, so that's why.
Oh,
and his name
nice.
is Robin,
Yeah.
so that's why we bought my Robin. So I was just really super excited. I was like in shock because that was my first sale, and I'm not used to it. And I was like just standing there because I'm so used to. Do you want a business card? Oh, this is about my art. Oh, do you want a business card? And
I'm
then
lucky.
he's like, I want it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, someone actually wants my art. So it's kind of awesome.
I'm lucky.
It's a
If
good
I don't
feeling,
like
huh?
a piece, I can just
Yeah, it's a
peel
really
it
good
off.
feeling. And when people walk by and like
redo it.
compliment my things, things that I spent so many hours like perfecting and making it exactly what I want it to be, and they come by and they comment on it, I'm like, wow, thank you. Like,
She's so
it's-
cute. She started in December. People, I've been doing this for 4 years.
I
Now,
started
do you
December.
do you feel, since you both sell originals and exclusively originals, do you feel like you're taking on a lot more risk when you come to a place like this to sell? You can't actually sell prints.
How are you going to
or-
have her answer that on her first con?
Well, we'll go to the 4-year.
I would say yes, but I just started doing the smaller ones that were, $20, $25, $30 price.
Because you work in
range.
glass, and that's
Yeah,
a lot of risk to
it's-
transport.
It is, and I make sure that everything is secure. I got everything packed up. I've actually made it a lot simpler for myself when I'm packing stuff up, because it used to take me 4 hours to pack everything up.
Yeah.
Now it's
Handle
not
with
so
care.
much. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I have some people that are like, oh my God, that's awesome, but I don't want to carry it around. But I do say, if you want to purchase something that's larger, I will hold it until the end, until you get ready to go home. If you don't come by 30 minutes before the vendor area closes, then I give you a call because I can take their phone number and everything. So I do hold stuff. I don't expect people to carry stuff around. It's heavy. But
And that's not easy with the size of y'all's
no,
booths.
yeah, and the bigger stuff is really hard. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people think that, my prices are too much. Some
Same
people
here.
are like, oh, no, it's perfect. I just don't have the money,
Yeah.
which I understand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it is a risk. But like I said, I started doing the smaller stuff. I started doing the hand-painted ornaments, and I've gotten a lot of reaction, a lot of good reaction from the smaller things. And
Because they're easy to pick up.
And I'm doing the raffle, too. So I am raffling off my
I got one in there.
Avengers.
Avengers,
Yeah.
my Avengers glass. So
Big 4-piece,
I'll be
or-
I'll
Yeah.
be doing that tomorrow, and
It's
I've
It's a strange
quite a
thing.
good
It's a strange
response.
thing to have someone when you deal in something that's very unique, because a lot of the people, a lot of the guys on the floor are mainly selling sketches
Just
and prints of their
prints,
sketches.
yeah.
exactly.
And when you deal with someone that's very unique in what they do, how do you tell them that you don't think their price is fair? Like, go
I've
find
got some people that don't care. They don't care how they say it. They're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you charge that much." And it's like,
Oh,
do
yeah.
you understand what goes into this?
go find someone else that's doing the same thing, and then tell me
That's
what they're
I'm
charging.
saying. Like,
And-
had
and
you
I don't
will
see
find
any other stained glass
you will
person.
Not find
No.
anything like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I mean, and mine's all paint. Like, even if you find another stained glass person that's actually stained glass, yes, they do a lot more work because that's tough. That stuff is hard. So they charge a lot for their stuff too. And I paint glass, and it's a little bit easier, but it's still hard. You have to have skill to do it.
A friend we used to work with, Nikita Lee at The
Yeah.
Verge, she did stained glass. She was at Comicpalooza 2 years ago. She had a really awesome TARDIS lampshade that was stained glass that she made.
Oh wow,
And she hasn't been back to Comicpalooza for 2 years, and it was primarily because
she didn't.
the
sell.
return on investment
Yeah.
for her items, because she didn't have anything that she could really do. Like, you have the ornaments, you have the little 5x7s that you do. They're
Kids
$20,
are more apt
$25.
to buy $10, $20,
Exactly.
stuff like that. Because a lot of them don't come with that much money, and a lot of their parents don't let them either.
Yeah.
I've actually had one girl at Traders Village. I did the Traders Village this Comic-Con this year. One girl bought 2 of my Adventure Time pieces there, and I had some more Adventure Time pieces at Space City a couple weeks ago. And she bought 2 more. And her mother, when I went to the bathroom, apparently, I came back, and Lisa, my friend that's helping me, said that another lady bought the Iced King, which is the only one I had left. And she said it was the mother of the person. So she
All
has
5.
all of my Adventure Time pieces because her limit every time is $40. So she
So-
buys, so she negotiates. She's actually
Nice.
negotiated. It's like, can you do 2 for $40? Like, yeah, sure. So, but she really likes them. So
Yeah.
that's what I like. You get people that walk by all the time, and some people are like, they walk by and you're like, okay, whatever, I don't want to, whatever. And then some people, like, they walk up and they're like, oh my gosh, you do this glass, it's like really cool. And those are the people I really, really enjoy talking to because they can really appreciate what it is.
Oh,
And
what
it's something that
Go ahead.
it's something that they would look at in their house every day and be like, wow, I love this piece. It's something it's really unique. Mary Beth was telling me the other day, there's going to be a lot of different people that come by your booth. Some are going to come by and be like, oh, that's pretty cool. Good job. There's going to be some people that come by and they're going to love your stuff and they're going to be super duper interested in it. And there's going to be some people that just like, well, I would buy that, but
I'm more apt to give somebody a deal if they really really seem
right.
interested, stuff like that.
That's how I am too.
You
yeah.
see them eyeing your booth 2 or 3
Yeah.
times.
Well, yeah,
They
they
come
come
by
by
a
and
couple
they're like, "Oh my
times.
God, I really love that piece, but I can't pay that much." And I was like, "Well, how much do you think you can pay?" And they tell me if it's within my range, you know what, I'll take it. Because I want somebody that's gonna like my piece.
Right.
Well, that, and they're going to tell their friend, like, she gave me a deal
Exactly.
on it. It always
Exactly.
helps
Yeah.
sometimes. So.
Word of mouth is always good.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the original art piece that I love more than anything else, because I'm a nerd in a way where I like seeing like original art, especially like comic book art, where I can see the original page and I can see the tears in the paper fibers where they erase something, or I can see where they dug into the paper a little bit more. You can actually see the trenches in the paper, or actually it's a visceral experience. You can actually feel it. You can touch it.
It's almost like cooking when you eat something from a fast food place and when you eat something from a home cooked kitchen.
Yeah.
You can feel the love. And that's kind of what an original piece is. It's like I pour out my heart and soul in this stuff, and people don't understand. It's like I go home, this is what I do. I have a full-time job, so this is not what I do all the time. And it just
people make a lot of assumptions here.
They do.
They
really do.
And it takes me on average at least a week to complete a piece because I have to wait for paint to dry because I do mine in sessions. So it takes me quite a few days to finish a piece. It might only be like 30 to 45 minutes a day, but I still have to wait to finish.
Well, and you're not
piece.
assembly lining it either. You're not making 10 of the same thing where you can do that design on 10 things and then move, so.
Yeah.
Each piece is different, and that's the same way it is for me. I do it mine in sort of sessions. I'll if I'm gonna do a dark background, I'll go ahead and paint my whole canvas, wait, let it dry, and then come back to it, and then paint my thing, and paint the design on it, and then let that dry, then come back and add the smaller details. So it's like for my Yoda per se. My Yoda, literally, I painted it black. I painted my shape, my basic shape of the Yoda that I wanted on there. Let it sit for 3 days and stared at it until I figured out exactly what I wanted it to look like because.
Yeah.
You're not.
My Yoda is just. It was what I wanted in my head. I wanted it to come out perfect. So it took me a lot of time, fixing the eyes.
That never
using
happens to me.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Every time I have an idea in my head, I'm like, this
You're
isn't
not
working,
Bob.
dang it.
You're not Bob Ross happy treesing it up and just banging it out in half an hour.
Yeah.
I take my time. I sit, and if I don't like it, I will go back and I will stare at it until I figure out what exactly is wrong with it until I fix it where I feel like it's at its best.
Yeah.
Because I always want my stuff to be at its best. I don't ever want to sell something.
So you're a
that I feel
perfectionist.
like I'm an absolute perfectionist.
I had to remind her yesterday we are our own worst critics.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I go to
something
him.
and hate it.
I go to him all the time, and I'm like, "What does this look like? Does this look okay to you?" He's like, "Yeah, it looks fine." He's like, "I'm not the right person to ask this question." I was like, "I hate it."
It's Don
You
again.
know? Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
Don's the him.
Don's him.
That's
So-
actually one of the reasons I never got into doing a whole lot of art because I would draw the first 3 lines and I'm like,
Nope.
that one's not straight.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
the
you know what?
same
I'm going
way.
to draw more lines around that one to make a thicker line. Nope.
So the one thing I
That
hate,
one kind of came off a
one
little
thing I
bit.
hate
So
in
I
mine-
understand.
I hate circles, and I hate straight lines because I'm like trying to do this,
I
and
do
it's
like
like I
this.
shake all the
Yes.
time because.
If
Well,
we
then-
quote,
I
if
hate
we
straight
name
lines.
this episode, I think we
Circles
should
are
name
terrible.
it I hate
hate
circles.
circles.
I hate
circles.
straight
I hate
lines.
straight lines, yeah.
The good thing about canvas art is I can actually paint my canvas like for my Yoda or my Darth Maul. I actually have a Darth Maul one too. Painted it black. I painted my, used my other
Yeah,
colors.
but you can
to-
tape yours off to have a straight line. I can't.
Oh, I don't use any tape. I just everything's
but I'm just
freehand.
saying, you could.
Yeah. But if I mess up on something, I put too much green in one area. All I have to do is wipe that off with my clean tissue, and I go back over it with black. So that's the pros to it. But trust me, when I say I wipe stuff off and I fix it, I mean I do that constantly because there's always, oh no, it's not perfectly.
Do you know
it
how
looks
many
more like
times
an
I've had to
oval.
wipe entire glasses because I've leaned over it?
Oh.
You just need to wipe it off. I was like, I do that all the time. I have so many shirts that have black spots, like all right there, because it's like I lean over it.
I
and I'm
don't
like,
know how.
Damn it!
I don't know how, but I'm predicting highest rated YouTube show ever.
It's like why? Yeah, I was like it's all black.
Highest
right
rated
there.
episode for us
I'm
on
trying
YouTube.
to find
I'm joking.
the things we can sell. So this one was supposed to be Lord of the Rings, and now it's just 2 mountains.
Yeah, sorry. My bad.
I don't think I've ever gotten it there before, but I have gotten
Oh,
it
yeah,
all
I
down
wipe
my
them off
legs,
all the
all
time.
around my hands.
Do-
I mean, I
Don,
get
Don, would you
covered
like to be on the show? We
Yeah,
can start an
okay.
episode later.
What?
I'm okay.
Realize that no one can hear you.
No.
Yeah.
No one can hear you.
Now, occasionally she does peel them off, and they end up on things like our windows at home.
Yeah.
Walls on the window at home.
No. What happens is I'll have them up drying, and then I'll go to reach for something, and it will fall, and my glass will shatter. I cannot tell you how many times that's happened. But the piece is still all one piece, so I'll peel it off and I'll stick it on a window. And in fact, my little bin downstairs that I have that I keep all my bags and stuff in, it has a Spider-Man on there because I broke the glass, and so I peeled it off and I just stuck it on the plastic. It sticks to anything.
Yeah. Nice.
So
Much like Spider-Man.
I guess technically I could actually sell window clings.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
Ooh,
could.
Yeah.
ooh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yay!
Break into the fathead market.
Copyrighted. You can't say. No one else has this idea. It's just mine.
Yeah. So, what have y'all thought of the con so far? It's been 2 days.
I love the con. Last year, I liked the setup a lot better. I think the setup is really weird. I don't like having the food court in the middle because
Yeah.
I have to walk the entire con to get to the
Yeah,
other
neither one of us has been
side.
able to.
I haven't
get
hit the
dealer
vendor area yet.
I
Yeah.
haven't been able to
so
walk
bad.
that. I mean, I've been able to take a few breaks here and there, but it's just like
In 2 hours in a line.
okay. Well, that was for Norman, so I will do anything for him, anyways.
Ah.
I went to the
Don't
far
advertise
end of
that
the
too
court-
much.
You realize like this is on the record.
Yeah.
Like the internet's forever
My
and it's on the
head's
record.
right
So
there.
if his career ever falls through, like he's got cash outs now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'll do anything for Norman. Oh, I know she said that. I know.
Said it twice. Said it twice.
Yeah.
It's official now.
I think
It's
the
official.
only thing I didn't really like was the chaos of the lines. When I went to go stand in line for Norman, it was like I did not know which line to go to. I had to keep asking a bunch of people, which line, and they're like, I don't really know which line to go to. So we're like trying to figure it out, finally figure out the line, but it was
Line
that
blob.
whole part
Yeah.
was chaotic, and there was
Yeah.
a lot of people. It was really weird. That was the only like downside I think, and the layout. I really like the layout.
Yeah, the layout seems odd this year.
It's very odd.
I really like. I like aisles being separate. I like the artist on an aisle versus
Yes,
vendors on
yes.
an aisle.
I feel like
y'all
the
are artist
artists-
alley to me, even
Yeah.
though you're.
Yeah, I feel
it's-
like the artists are getting more walkthrough though this time
Yes,
than they were last
There was
time.
a lot. There's a
Yeah,
lot of people.
it's been
But
rough
I don't know
getting
if
in
the
and out of
dealers.
the
I don't know if the
aisles.
dealers are actually getting as much because they put all those.
But
since
then
they
you
put all the
haven't seen them;
celebrities
they're
on
100 yards
side.
away.
Yeah.
So
Because when you walk through the door, the first thing you have is Artist Alley right to your
Yeah.
left. So
Mhm.
that's where they're gonna go. And you got the big food court in the middle. They're not gonna. They go there to eat and stuff, but sometimes they're not gonna walk all the way to the far end because everything I need to see is over here. So, for the
Yeah.
dealers, so
well, I guarantee you, there's
Depends.
probably some people who don't realize that there's 2 sections.
yeah.
No, I'm
Because like
sure.
if you take your if you try to just walk the artist alley,
It
going through
still
there
takes
is
forever.
if you're not just running
It takes
through
me
like
15
I'm doing
minutes
when
to
I'm
get
coming to
the bathroom,
visit.
and it's like right there.
Yeah, like if you
Exactly.
stop and actually pay attention to what's going on, like just going through the artist alley can take you 3 hours, 4 hours.
I,
Oh, yeah.
I
Like,
actually had a
easily.
girl come by yesterday, and she's like, I was talking to her about my art and everything, and she's like, I've actually been walking around for 2 hours by myself. I lost my parents, and they're not answering their phones. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so they said, oh, we're at 3,000 something. She's like, what? There's a whole nother side. She just thought it was just Artist Alley right there. She did not know. So see,
Yeah.
there are people that really don't know that there's a whole other side to the con. So
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they see the food court, they see
Yeah.
the everything
And
else
they're
here,
like, oh,
and
They don't have
go
the
there.
announcers like they had at Amazing Con. Like Amazing Con last year, the announcer was gold because he would come on every once in a while. He's like, if you have a child and he's currently not with you
You might
and he's
want to-
Spider-Man, we have him.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that was pretty funny. It's like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they would make announcements. Yeah, but I mean even at Space City, they'd make announcements. You're like, what?
what? Yeah.
Wah,
can hear
wah,
it.
wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah,
That guy
wah.
was
Exactly.
so, but the guy at Amazing Con was so entertaining. Everything
He
stopped.
really was, yeah,
Liefeld
everything
stopped his
just- yeah.
panel because they were announcing the Spider-Man kid. Like 7 times during the middle of his panel, he just stopped. He's like, "No, this guy's too good."
Yeah. He was pretty funny. I remember that. I forgot about that actually.
Yeah.
So what do y'all have scheduled for tomorrow? Sitting at your booth all
Sitting
day.
at my
That's
booth
it.
all
Yeah,
day.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
don't
Come
know other
see
autographs
me.
or photo
Come
ops or
see
anything?
me. Not tomorrow, no.
You got your
Today I
Norman,
to
you're
see-
good?
I got to see Michael Rooker today, and I got to see Norman Reedus, and I am the happiest girl right now, so I'm good to go. Yeah, so.
She might actually sell something tomorrow 'cause she's going to be at her booth.
Right?
Oh, yeah, please come see me. I mean, I do custom stuff too, so I would love to see your face and give you a
Yup.
card.
That was
Yeah.
hilarious yesterday when I was helping Derek out. When you saw me through and you're like, what are you doing at his booth?
Yeah.
Like no more than 2 minutes after he left to go smoke a cigarette, a volunteer comes up to me
And asked
and was
you.
like, hey, do you need a break? And I'm like, no one on the row.
What?
She didn't ask a single person on the row but me if I wanted a
They
break.
did that to me too yesterday. It's funny because I had just come back from the restroom. Like just
Yeah,
got back from
That's
the
when they know.
restaurant.
They're like, no, they don't
"Did
need
you-
one.
Did
We'll
you
ask
need a
them."
break? Do you need to go get something to eat? Oh, no. Yeah, it was that. And then after he went and got us food, I was sitting there eating my nachos.
I remember that.
And he's like, do you need a break? Do you need to go get some lunch?
Yeah.
I think they
definitely.
ask
Yes?
people they know are not going to say yes, so they don't have to do
it's
it.
people that are by
'Cause, like-
themselves. They ask people that are by themselves
okay.
because those are the people that may or may not. But I told them, I was
Right.
like, I have friends on this side.
Yeah.
I'm okay. They'll watch my
Well,
booth
today,
for me. So I
today
appreciate
someone came
it.
by and I had like 4 people on my booth
But that was the
and
nicest
asked me
thing
if I needed
ever.
a break. So
Well, we had talked a lot about how we wanted to influence cons as Third Coast nerds, and one of the things y'all have actually pretty well with you is you can step out and you've got someone on either side to help.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And, like,
definitely.
We try to do it.
Derek's sitting over there by himself.
Well,
You
that's
know,
what I'm
it's
saying,
like-
if all of us could get together
Yeah.
and
We'll have
pay
one row.
one person,
Yeah.
have one person grab like 6 booths, we can all have all
You
in
you
one
can make
row.
your own
Beside
aisle.
each other.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
can make
like
our own
just-
aisle,
And
and
that
we
way
can
we
watch
can
out
all
for
You
each
can you
other.
can be like that neighborhood that like organizes all the Christmas lights together.
Yeah.
See, it would work.
But as a group that would, because you've kind of got it over here. She needs to step away. You can help out back and
Yeah.
forth. You know.
Well, she's got her
And-
husband too, and
Yeah.
her mother-in-law is actually helping her too. And Lisa comes and helps me too. So, but she wasn't available yesterday. But yeah, I mean, we've got people. Kay has her dad that helps too. So it's like we all have our people, but when we don't have anybody, if they get up and walk away, and we have to go out.
Oh, that I mean,
That's kind
there
of
are
emergency
times
type
it
thing.
gets pretty dead too, and
Yeah.
you need someone to play
Exactly.
patty cake with. And,
Actually, today I
yeah.
don't remember a time that it was like actually dead. Like maybe there was a lull, like maybe 4 or 5 times for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, there was traffic constantly.
Yesterday was significantly
I've never seen that much traffic.
easier to walk around
Honestly.
than today.
Today I actually gave out like a whole box of business cards. So like 250 business cards I gave out just today.
Nice.
So I was
Yeah.
pretty.
That's a
happy
pretty sweet
about
deal.
that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sweet
And
Do you have a
we're just
website?
Trying to get, I have a Facebook page, so it's
That's where we're at right
yeah,
now. Too.
Facebook.
We got the Facebooks.
Yes, facebook.com
I have a website.
/Megacrylic
Ah.
Paints.
MBsCustomDesigns.com.
Yeah. So Megacrylic Paints being Megacrylic and then space paints. So I'm online at Facebook, so you can come check out my art there too.
Are
Give
you
me a
using
like.
hashtags? Because apparently those are very popular these days.
Not really, actually.
Yeah, we thought we had the hashtag game down, and then I
can't get it.
realized like, oh, we could just twofer. So I have Facebook linked to our Twitter account, but the hashtags do not carry over. So now none of that's
Oh,
involved.
copy and paste. Put them all on.
Yeah.
Put all the ones. Put it on your notes. Copy it. Paste it to Facebook. Copy it. Paste it to Instagram. And then you got all your hashtags. You don't have to sit there and go hashtag this. Hashtag this. Hashtag
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it
But then
bugs
again,
me.
sometimes it gets annoying
Wow.
scrolling through people's feed and they've got 100 hashtags. You're like, how many hashtags do you need?
The
oh
on-
my
the only
God.
I'm
hashtag
sorry,
Chad
I'm
would
still
use.
I'm still in the mindset that it's a freaking pound sign.
Yeah.
Chad would use
Sorry.
the hashtag get off my lawn, and that's about it.
I've only hashtagged one thing in my life, and that was because somebody was trying to win a honeymoon or something. So I was being helpful to a friend. I said, "You're the only hashtag." I don't think I did that one. No,
Wait,
I think
one more time for
okay, so
Don.
twice?
Not on the camera, not on the mic.
Yes, he's
Distracting
talking
from the show.
randomly over here.
The show that's going on right now.
Yes.
It's going on the internet, and it's forever. And you're interrupting the show. Don.
Walk away. Walk
You'll
away.
get your own
sir.
episode, Don. You'll get your own episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to calm down, sir.
Right.
Calm down.
Yes, you
So
hold that
anyway,
look of
well,
shame
yeah,
that no one
I
else
don't-
can see.
I just the whole hashtag thing kind of.
Yeah.
Eh.
I
But that's,
understand.
I'm
that's
not
the
big
only
on
way.
hashtagging.
That's the only way you can really search out trends now
I
because
don't really get it.
social media is so dense.
Mhm.
You'll miss so much otherwise.
We'll see
Yeah.
today when I did post my my Merle pic that I got today, and I put hashtag Merle Dixon, Merle Dixon, and I put hashtag his actual name. So when people want to see, like they want to look up his name, they'll look him up, they'll click on it, they'll see my photo, and that's how I get my likes. So maybe that
You should have made a meme, be like jelly at the
Darn,
bottom
now
with a
you're
question
gonna-
mark.
Now you're gonna make me have to start doing that stupid thing.
When you do, you should write a how-to and submit it to
How
the
to
rest of us.
hashtag.
How to
How
hashtag.
to hashtag? You should do that.
How do you
It's a
like
pound sign.
how do you like coming on an innocent show to discuss your work, and all of a sudden the show created so much more work for you to do?
I know, right? It's like I don't even have time to set up my website
I just
correctly.
edit this and put it on the internet.
Yeah. I'm talent.
Even though I know
just talk.
people, even though I know people that
That's
could do my
it.
website for me, no one wants to offer to help me.
Oh.
Just Anyway, I'll figure it out.
So with you being here to kind of promote your art and sell your art, does that? I mean, obviously you got a way to go. You got to get away to go see Rooker and guess
Norman Reedus.
Yeah. The name I just forgot. Yeah. You got a chance to go see them, but is it kind of just more of a grind for you to stay here and just sit at your booth all day and not really get to enjoy the convention?
Well, I mean, this is my first time doing it, so it is a little weird because I do normally come and I cosplay, so I'm interacting with other people, I'm play fighting, I'm, doing all of that, taking pictures with people, I'm, I like to look at the booths and stuff. So for me,
she misses the
different.
attention.
Yeah.
Well, no. I miss interacting with people more. I hate having to sit there and wait for someone to come by my aisle for me to say hi. Otherwise, I can just go say hi. You know what I mean? Can I take a picture with you? So I have gotten to do that a little bit. And actually, one of my really good friends, Jay, he actually has a really cool booth. He's got a lot of really cool signed, official things from movie sets and all kinds of stuff. I actually bought a Bucky picture that he had that the actor actually signed, so I bought that today. So
that's cool.
That was another thing, really cool thing that I got to do. But other than that, I kind of miss interacting, and I don't like sitting very much. I like to stand up and do things. So
do you think if you just went the Deadpool route and then had a bag of little door knockers that you just threw at people, would that bring you more business or more lawsuits?
I'm not really sure, but actually my husband, he dressed up as Deadpool today, and he's going to be dressing up in full Deadpool gear tomorrow to hopefully bring more attention to our booths. So
I had this idea of laminating the business cards and then chunking them at people. Her brother-in-law did yesterday. I was like, you might get in trouble for that because I might cut people.
Yeah.
If you had the sign, that
flying
says
business
booth.
Card.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games till someone loses an eye.
That's right. That's right. I for one miss gaming.
Potato.
I miss being.
Yeah,
in the game room.
the last 2 years, 2 or 3 years, like you half and half.
Yeah, I even told Donna, I was like, I think being at my booth is nice. I like interacting with people. I like when people are genuinely interested in what I do, but I really miss being with my friends. I miss being up in the game room with you guys and playing games and staying up all night because I get really tired being down there because it's like I'm talking constantly.
Yeah.
And most of the time,
and repeating yourself.
Yeah, repeating yourself.
And so you get tired of hearing yourself, and I guarantee you the people around you get tired of hearing what you have to say.
The same thing.
Exactly.
The same thing.
3 for 30,
And
4 for 40.
Exactly. I've had three or four, I've had a lot of people that were the same people come by a second time to look at my stuff, and I'm like, repeating myself. Oh, I was already here yesterday. Did I give you a business card? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
I've
forgot.
had that too.
I don't care. I don't remember faces.
There's so many people that come by.
Everything. Yeah.
But the last couple of conventions I've done, I've gone home and I haven't had a voice. So because it's very, in that atmosphere down there, so it's so open, it's really hard to hear people when you're trying to talk, especially when a lot of people are walking by.
Yeah.
It's better here than it is at NRG. NRG's worse.
Yeah.
But it's like, so it's like half the time by Sunday, I have no voice. So, but I do, like I said, I do miss being able to walk around and seeing things and.
Well, we miss you in the
Not
game
purchasing
room.
things because I can't
not
afford
purchasing
it.
things.
Yeah, not purchasing things I can afford.
It sucks when you can't shop,
So,
huh?
Yeah, it does. It really does. Cause,
I haven't done my shopping yet, so.
This is
and then
actually
Munchkin
been,
Mat sold
Yeah,
out.
I had money that was burning a hole in my pocket, so I went and spent
She
it
did.
today.
She did.
This has been the cheapest convention experience I've had. I am out a grand total of $12.
Wow.
Was that lunch today?
Yeah, no parking.
Well, you bought lunch.
I don't count food.
Gas.
$12 for
You
parking.
eat anyway,
I
right?
don't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't count food either because
See?
it's like use it as a business expense. It's like I understand that, but it's like if I was at home, I'd go out to eat anyway. So it's like
Exactly.
I don't see why that counts.
Yeah.
The only thing is, like, it's hard to have time to eat, though.
Oh, yeah.
As much, because I just realized, like, a couple hours ago, the only thing I've had today is a half a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. That's the only thing, and I'm like, I'm starving, and I need food.
And you didn't even buy that. You just found it.
I went and bought it.
Well, that and by the time you guys are done,
She's
and
tiny.
and
that half a chicken sandwich filled her up.
Right.
I'm just saying.
by the time you're done packing
hours.
up, there's nowhere open to get
Hours.
food either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think we're pretty good for our
I think
first.
that's a pretty good
Comicpalooza
wrap.
podcast.
Well, thanks for being guests
Yeah.
on the
No,
first
no
live in a room.
the
with
first
things
live
happening.
podcast we will edit and put on the internet later.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm calling it live.
Semi-live.
I'm
And
calling it
again,
live.
come see me. me. I'm 2218, and Mary Beth is 2216. Come
Yep.
see our art. Yeah.
Y'all are 2 away from each other.
Yeah.
Who's
Well, actually,
between
we're
y'all?
right
Actually,
beside
no,
each
we're
other.
right beside.
Oh, really?
Even
Oh, it's like
odds
a road.
Odds on together, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
we're
don't know
literally
why
right
they did
beside
that this
each
year, but yeah, it's
They didn't do that
odd.
last year.
No,
Yeah.
they were like directly. Yeah, I was like, what the?
other. So it is
okay.
kind of confusing when you're like, you're telling someone, oh, I'm by 2216, and they're like, well, I'm by 2284 or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like you have to figure out how to.
Well, you
Yeah.
gotta act like you're driving opposite
Yeah.
sides of the road. You
Yeah.
need a mailbox.
I know, right?
You need a con
Oh my gosh,
mailbox.
that'd be so cool.
Yeah. That's my last good idea.
Con-
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
We're going to end on USPS.
Yeah, USPS.
Postal Service.
Mailbox.
Mailbox.
Thanks for
Hashtag
coming.
mailbox.
Hopefully, y'all sell a lot more stuff. I'm gonna
Thank
come
you.
check your booth out
Yeah,
tomorrow.
definitely.
I'm gonna
Yep.
check on my supernatural
Yeah,
supernatural
'cause
piece.
You don't want to get possessed.
I do not want to
Yeah.
be possessed. I wouldn't
I've
mind
had
being
a
able
lot
to
of
go
people eyeing
solid
it,
black
so-
eyes though. That'd be kind of cool.
Different
That would be
contacts.
cool.
Yeah.
Definitely should get some contacts then.
Yeah.
I've heard
so-
those things hurt though.
Me too, especially the
Well,
full black ones.
Depends
Full
on the
black ones.
lubricant.
This is usually where you would turn
Some
music
people-
on
Oh, it depends
that
on
would
the
be louder
lubricant.
than
That's
us.
lubricant.
Yeah, and that
But
would
we don't
just
have any of that right
stop
now.
you.
You missed it. She said it depends on the lubricant.
The eye drops,
Oh,
whatever.
nice.
Talking about lubing up your eyes. Just saying.
Just want to let you know, Norman Reedus.
Anything. Anything.
Anything.
Anything, and she knows her lubricants.
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh my
Yes, she
God.
does.
Wow. Okay.
All right, well, guys, thanks for coming.
You're
This is where our
welcome.
outro music should be playing, but
And it will
it
right
will.
now.
Oh, it will. So we can keep talking slowly, and then you'll turn us down. And